Just quickly, first of all, in regard to the Act of Grace claim, the Act of Grace claim is delayed, and I'm partly on hold responsible for that. We have had more claimants come forward past the deadline. That's one issue. The other issue is that with the calling of the September 14 election by Gillard, basically, by the time whoever the Minister for Finance would be, if it's still Wong, establishes the advisory panel, or the advisor, will go into a period where the government can't allocate money anyway. However, we do need to put the Act of Grace in as quickly as possible for the incoming government, which I don't think this is in any way complacent, but the Labor government will be thrashed at the next elections, and they deserve to be. There is a government in waiting, and we're trying everything we can to lobby and persuade them that this is an action that a government must take. But the Act of Grace will be prepared. We do need to improve the written submission, I think, David. I think that's accepted. So in conjunction with the political campaign, we have to get that done. I did give a deadline for 2 weeks, and I haven't been able to meet that either, but it will be done. But I think also the real priority now is the political issue. Because you've been totally ignored and lied to by the Labor government, I think we really have to show two things. One is that we can elevate this issue of safe superannuation to one that is on the political map. The political establishment in this country is totally ignored and doesn't understand the big sleeper issue in Australian politics. And the big sleeper issue is that most people won't be able to retire with their superannuation with sufficient funds to be able to carry them through their life expectancy, which is growing. People might make it to 70, but 70 to 80, the amount of money that they have is not going to secure them. That is a terrible situation for many, many people, and totally ignored in Canberra. We're going to be raising that as a major issue. There are two ways that can be amended. One is to increase the pension, which I think we should be lobbying, we should be campaigning for those people who can't go into self-managed funds. The second is to make self-managed funds absolutely rock solid, secure with government guarantee. Yeah. There is no other issue. And of course the third issue is that you be compensated as part of the social contract, as part of the moral obligation of this government. How are we going to do it? It's as simple and as difficult as this. Each one of you live in a suburb. Everyone does. In that suburb, we're going to fight the Labor Party for votes. I'm not a gentleman candidate who's going to shake Stephen Jones's hand. I'm not. We're going to go in there and we're going to say, this party is corrupt. It's wrong. Don't give away your vote to them. If you're going to vote for them, make them earn your vote. But don't give it away just because you always have voted Labor. You have an alternative now. If you don't want to vote Liberal, you can vote an independent. We have to do that on a neighbourhood basis. We don't have a lot of money. We have no money virtually. We don't have the backing of the big boys like the banks and like the ALP party do. So we have to do it on the basis of you and the people who have been victims in this start to get up and start to say, right, I'll talk to my next door neighbour, that's great. I'll talk to my friends, that's fantastic, I'll give them the leaflets. But even better, if we have 15 people in Albion Park, we'll ask those 15 people to go out and door knock as many streets as you can. Because I tell you what, those people in Albion Park have never met Stephen Jones at their door, but they're going to meet us. I'm going to go through Cringilla. They've never seen Stephen Jones. You ask the people in Cringilla who Stephen Jones is, they say, we don't know. They'll know us. But it requires us to use our time. We're not asking for a lot of money. We're not asking for, perhaps we're not asking for any money. We're just asking that in this next 5.5 months, You use your time, your energy, your feet, the shoe leather, on the pavements. I know it's hard, no one likes doing it, going and knocking on strangers' doors. But believe me, in this election it's going to be effective. Because this local member has never bothered. Because you know why? They took them for granted. Because in Cringilla, which has an unemployment rate of 12.5%, which is a national disgrace, in Warrawong, which has an unemployment rate of 18%, a national disgrace, he's never bothered to knock on a door. Because they believe they would vote for Labor no matter what. Well, we're going to prove to Stephen Jones and the Labor Party they're not going to vote for Labor no matter what if they're given a decent alternative. But it does require you, every one of you, to please help us. You'll be rung up, you'll be emailed, and you'll be asked if you can join a group of people, and you'll be allocated a simple page on the Gregory street map. And we're going to ask you to cover those streets. If you really can't do the door knocking, at least letterbox. It's better to door knock. But if you don't want to do that, at least put the leaflets in the letterbox. That's all we ask of you. Thank you.